Hi, everybody. It's Ed with Elemental Healing, and Freud is not able to be with me on my walk today. He is on light duty. He thought it was a good idea. No. He made a mistake, and he gobbled up an entire treat without trying to chew it, and he got it before I could bend down and pick it up, and it got lodged in his throat. We were able to give him an airway, and then they had to go in and remove it from his esophagus, but he is doing just fine. But he's not allowed to go on strenuous walks. So, today's November 2nd. Why is that important? Well, for the next 7 weeks, our days are going to continue getting shorter and shorter as we approach the winter solstice. Lots of things happening over the next 7 weeks. We are going to be having a change in the trees. We're going to have a change in the color, change in the season, change in the temperature. It's going to get a little colder and colder as we go. And that's okay. We can be prepared for S.A.D season that's coming up, seasonal affective disorder. That's the season that's coming. Here we are. Let's prepare. So what can we do? Well, let's focus in on the bookends. The bookends are going to be your morning routine and your evening routine. And why is that important? Well, you need to have your routines because you need to keep your body's routines consistent. We need them consistent so that it doesn't get confused during the time of rest and restoration and hibernation. Whenever things are colder and everyone is staying indoors more, we need to be prepared. What can we do? Let's start with supplements. Vitamin D with K2, and those vitamins in the morning, they really do help with our energy. We're not going to be getting as much from the sun, and in combination we could add some oregano oil, which is going to help naturally with our immune systems coming up into our flu and our sick seasons with the changes of the temperatures, as I have a little bit of a runny nose. And vitamin D works best in combination with the sister of magnesium glycinate at night. And we add the magnesium glycinate at night about 45 minutes before we are going to sleep. Now, supplements are part of the process, but then we actually have to do something about it. We have to do something with our bodies too. It's not just about supplements. We can't just take them. We have to do something with them. In the mornings, we need to have a morning routine. So in the first 15 minutes that you wake up, you want to wake up, get some cold water in your face, wash your face. You want to drink a glass of water because you're going to be dehydrated. You weren't drinking overnight. And you're going to want to stretch. Then you're going to do some brief exercise. Some brief exercise in the morning in order to get your heart going, to remind itself, okay, it's time to move. You want to get yourself some protein in the morning too. That way you're giving your brain some food so it can start working into production mode. So now that we have our body and our mind in production mode, we move on throughout our day. We want to make sure we're getting sun within the first 15-20 minutes if you can. But we want to get our heart moving, we want to get our body moving, we want to get our lungs moving, and we just want to get moving. We want to spend as much time in nature as we can. This is where we get a lot of serotonin. And a friend of mine recently shared a bunch of research on forest bathing as recently as February of 2025. Is forest bathing the cure, the panacea for mental health? Well, to be determined, but I know a lot of people that love time in the woods, and I'm one of them. I always feel better after a nice walk in the woods, especially whenever you don't hear other humans and all you hear is birds and squirrels and grasshoppers, lots of squirrels. So then we have our nighttime routine. Now, a lot of people have a misconception that everyone needs 8 hours of sleep, and that's made up. How much sleep do you need to feel rested? And that can change. Person to person, it's going to be different. It's going to change throughout the lifespan too. Little children need more sleep. Whenever you're really old, I'm sorry, whenever we age, then sometimes you need more sleep as well. So we go from needing a lot of sleep to not needing as much to needing more. It changes. You could have had a busy day and be extra tired. You might need more sleep. Get more sleep. How do you know how much sleep you need? How much do you need to feel rested in the morning? How do you know what time to go to bed? What time do you have to get up? That's where you start. What time do you have to get up? Work backwards. That's what time you need to go to bed. And then 2 hours before what time you need to go to bed is when you start your wind down routine. See, we don't want to crash land into sleep. We can't just crash. You can't go, and then expect to just be like, and not still be processing everything that you just went through right before you went to bed. So 2 hours before you go to bed, dim the lights. Metaphorically and literally. Dim the lights. Decrease the amount of visual stimuli. You don't need to be seeing new things. You don't need to be processing anything, just relaxing and preparing yourself. This is part of sleep hygiene. So dim the lights, start to soften your gaze, put down the phones, get off the computer. The work that's there, it'll be there in the morning. Write down what you need to remember for the morning and set it aside for the morning. And then let it go. Read a book. Take a shower. Take a shower in the dark or under candlelight. Remember, dim the lights. Taking a shower is going to get all the oils off your skin, and it's going to help you regulate your temperature better to keep you cooler. Get the oils off your skin. Change your sheets. It feels better. It feels great when you get into a fresh, crisp pair of sheets, doesn't it? So treat the body. Make it feel good. Don't crash. Be like an airplane and guide into a smooth landing. Land into the bed. Do it in stages. Get off the devices. Rest and digest. If you want a little snack, get a little snack. But rest. We're not solving any more of the world's problems. So, do it or don't. This is what I'm doing. The bedroom and the bed is for sleep and sexy time, not for rumination, not for thinking about all the problems of yesterday, all the things you did today, all the conversations that you might have said something wrong, and all the things you got to do tomorrow. Nope. When you wake up, start with your routine and then tackle your problems, not the world's problems. Yours. Make sure to fit in the things that you enjoy, because we're all stressed. And there's no reason that we have to make someone else have a worse day. So while you're out, say hello, give a compliment, spend time with your animals, get some self-love, take care of your needs, be a good human. Because we're coming up on S.A.D season, and mental health takes work. 80% is perfect. You don't have to get it perfect every day, but we can do better by sometimes decreasing the bar and focusing on what feels good instead of what feels right. Yes, we could all be more productive, but we don't need to be. So let's get prepared. Mental health takes work, and it works if you work it. Be well.